Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you are. Oh, see the light? Yes, the throat chakra is involved in this one, and I will get to that, but you guys know the drill by now. So first and foremost, welcome to all of our newest members of the Love Train. It's continuing to grow globally. It's just absolutely amazing. And every single one of you, thank you for being here and shining your light here and shining your light wherever you are on this globe because man, you are contributing in such a massive way. You can't even begin to imagine. And not to mention that you're inspiring the heck out of me to keep this going, having a great time with this and really loving all of your feedback and comments and really how you're loving each other and supporting each other, because that is ultimately why we're here. Okay, so let's welcome Erie, Pennsylvania, Northern New York, Little Rock, Arkansas, Pittsburgh, PA, Lubec, Maine, the easternmost part of the US. Wow, very cool. Welcome. Portugal, welcome. Slovakia and Lafayette, Louisiana. And Lafayette is asking, I'm guessing that it was Louisiana. And is there anybody else from Lafayette in the house? In the community section, I did create a post there where you can drop your city in there and then scroll through the comments and see where you can connect with each other. By the way, there is abundance of you from El Paso, Texas, I've noticed. So you guys, I'm hoping you're planning some kind of a love train party in El Paso. I know that I would. Okay, so next update before we get to, I know, this is like a distraction. Squirrel, squirrel. Okay, but before I get to that, I love when I get downloads in the shower. Got a great download this morning. For those of you who are participating in the virtual retreat tomorrow, got some cool downloads. I love it. It's kind of like cooking a la minute. I've been waiting for the energy and the guidance to come in and got it this morning. So here's a couple of the things we're going to cover tomorrow. And so they had me write it down. Here we go. We're going to cover soul values so that you can identify where you currently are in your consciousness. Because as we grow and expand into higher levels of consciousness, your core values actually change. Yes, it's true. I've witnessed it. And I get to upgrade my own too. So I'm looking forward to it. We're all going to do that exercise together. Another one, they're saying opening to allow more receiving. So many of us are so great at giving. And then somebody wants to do something for us and we're like, oh no. Well, that's an imbalance in masculine and feminine energy. So we're going to talk about that and help you identify where you're imbalanced and give some exercises on being more open to receiving. A big part of this ascension is about receiving. We're so not used to having all of this support and guidance. Like, why not? Let's receive. Next, alignment with your higher self. They're saying it's like rotating the tires and getting all four tires on the ground even. And so you get a better grip. So we're going to be doing some alignment so you can see where you're at or where you're maybe misaligned. Part of that is they're saying to set an intention for an aha moment. I love that. And the big thing about where you're going to see the aha moment is we're going to show, and when I say you, I will be mirroring back to you what your soul wants you to see about yourself and where you're currently at. So as part of that, you're going to be able to see if you're perceiving your current life situation in the 3D or in the 5D. And I can tell you, this is so beneficial because it really right? We're looking through a different lens now. And those of you who are, and I know you're here, my Course in Miracles peeps, are you looking through a love lens or are you looking through a fear lens? And so we're going to identify anywhere where you might be, and by the way, there's no judgment ever. This is all self-realization. So this is all good stuff. And I love doing it because it's always a reminder for me, what am I creating? And next, let's see. Oh, yes. For those who cannot be live, once you've received the recording and had a chance to review it, don't worry, I've got you, because those in the one-on-one in the live are going to get kind of their own program, like just a path moving forward with clarity. I will be reaching out to each of you who didn't make it, and we'll do like a quick consultation, either on the phone or on a Zoom. I got you covered, and make sure that you have a clear path forward. So, all right. So that is for the retreat happening tomorrow at noon Pacific time. This is a energy exchange. Yes, it's not free, but for those of you who feel moved to do this and participate, I'll have a link in the description here, and then there's also a link and description in the community section as well. I'm looking so much forward to this because we're going to create a container. They gave me a meditation it's just going to be outrageously fun. I can already tell. So I know they're like, what about this light? Let's talk about this light. Wow. I felt this. It woke me up. And then I went right back to sleep. Now, even though it woke me up, I didn't look at the chart because I just felt it and was like, whew, finally, because it's integration. So I'll move a little bit here. So you can see we were in, deep integration, and this was from the last blast. And then you can see here, remember these vertical lines. That's where we need a little pushy in the, what do we call it? Roto-rooter in the chakras, right? It's like, oh, where did that one go? You know where it went because you can, right? Where are you resisting? That's where it went. Okay. So this was like 8 hours, began at midnight, and you can see significant amount definitely focused in the upper chakras, but it does go all the way down, which I will show you next in the chakra chart. Before I do that, since we're talking about this, so remember that us as a collective, so we're creating this. This is our momentum. This is how important it is right now for us all to anchor in our own light. And I know, and a lot of us were brought up with this being the word selfish, like not to think of self. I am telling you that kept you in separation, kept you completely away and separate from source energy, from the truth of who you are. So right now we are being like applauded for focusing inward. It's so necessary for us to anchor in. We are literally anchoring all this light in, and then it's allowing others to awaken. It goes up to the sun, gets reflected back again. So it's cool. It's like, I don't know if you've ever seen those bicycles where you pedal the heck out of it to get some electricity going. We don't have to pedal. All we need to do is receive and anchor and practice self-love and self-care and go inward. So very important. And so I had to write this one down because they gave me some cool information. So I got some guidance on the weekend to be in the sun. And the only detail they gave me was that you have some DNA codes in you that need to be activated by the sun. You must be in the sun. So, hey, don't tell me twice. I've been a sun worshiper my whole life. In fact, I used to joke and say, I think I was incarnated one time as a lizard because like if you stick me on a rock in the sun, I'm happy. But anyway, so I went to the beach yesterday with this intention. I'm like, oh, I'm going to receive these codes. That's all. The only instruction I got was be in the sun, receive the codes. And so I was laying out. It was 90 degrees and very, very humid. And everybody was retreating under umbrellas and things. And there I was laying out my lounger, baking, and this sweet girl that worked at it was like a restaurant bar with lounge chairs, and she kept coming over going, are you okay? And I was like, honey, I'm so good. I think she thought, oh no, I'm going to be calling an ambulance for her. And I said, don't worry, when I'm done here, I'm going to go jump in the ocean. And it was amazing. It was really cool. It was kind of like I took a nap, but I was still awake. And then when I dove in that water, it was kind of like when you take a hot pan and put it under the sink. My skin definitely sizzled for a few minutes. But anyway, got the second part of this in meditation this morning. So here is what's going on. And they did want me to write it down. Okay. So they're saying that, so the sun that we see with our physical eyes, right, is they refer to that as the sun. There is also a sacred sun, right? So, which is an energy that is behind our sun. I know just stay out of your noodle and just play along here. You're receiving the energy. That's the main thing. So the sacred sun has elemental powers. And right now, the earth is literally repositioning in relation to our sun. which is literally changes in the magnetic core, right? So as Earth is changing its core, right? We are all one energy. So they're saying that the sacred sun is a mirrored illumination of our higher selves. And we are going to become more aware of our connection to the sun in the coming days, weeks, months. And so they're just saying that from the sun right now, pure consciousness is now being radiated directly to our hearts. Okay, got to repeat that one. Pure consciousness gets radiated directly to our hearts, not the noodle. Sorry, noodle, you're on vacation. Okay, very, very important. And they're saying that daily bathing allows multidimensional light to enter your heart. And understanding your universal connection is always in the heart. So, right now, we are all engaging in the consciousness of the sacred sun. Now, as you align with the sacred sun, you are realigning with source energy. So this is how we come into oneness. This is how we come into unity consciousness together. So I thought that was really cool. And I'll promise you guys, I'm doing my part. I'm going to keep taking my ass to the beach and taking in the sun. Okay, now let's look at the chakras because there's a lot of action going there too. Okay, so here we go. You can see this is that big blast that came in beginning at midnight my time. Okay, and I pulled this graph a little over like maybe 90 minutes ago or so at 12:45 a.m. and it was tapering off. Although sometimes when you see this pattern, wouldn't be surprised if we see a set of angel wings coming in because that is usually what happens when there's like this is all more and more awakening happening on the planet. Yay! The fun part is starting. So again, the big message here. So one of you asked me about these chakras. I did break it down, but for those of you who are wondering how I received this information, the white line, this top one, is the crown, third eye, and throat chakras. This yellow one here, right below it, is the heart and solar plexus. The red one, which is tough to see on the black background, but that's your sacral chakra. And then the green at the bottom there represents the root chakra. So that's what we got today. Again, thank you all for being here. Welcome to all of our new subscribers. And I'm so excited about the retreat tomorrow. It's going to be big, big fun. I'm going to tune in before the session, create a beautiful container for us all to expand into. All right. Have a beautiful afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are on this beautiful planet. I love all of you. And I'll see you tomorrow.